Jeez. No, working on Step by Step, my favorite part was probably the crew. It was a lot of fun working with the people that we did, because I've worked with a few of them personally, most of them actually, all very personally. They're classmates of mine, and it was really cool to get them on set and to really trust them. And that was the big thing for me, is I was able to trust each person to do their job properly and to the best that they could. And so it really allowed me to take a back seat to worrying about those kind of things and really focus on the directing part of it. And that's really cool.
Well, my name is Mika Kobos. I was the gaffer for Step by Step. I've done it at NAIT for a drama, but doing it by Step, I learned way more about lighting and all that. So it was a very good experience.
I'm Vula Frolaris. I was the writer, the producer, camera op, DOP, and the editor. Before the actual shooting of the project, I met with Scott's family, and we just got to know each other a lot so that when we actually went and shot it, we would be comfortable with each other. And I think that by doing that, it just really helped so that we could get the emotion from them that we needed, because he was comfortable talking to me, and then we slowly brought in the crew and we got the family comfortable with the rest of us. So it was good to build that relationship.
Being able to use do sound once again, because I've only done it once before on the school project, and I got to do it again on this project and with nicer gear. So it was really interesting to see like how much of a difference stuff makes, and being in full control in order to do that. So my biggest takeaway from this was being able to use all the skills I learned over the summer to be able to use them on this production. One of the most interesting things actually is when I first got the script from Vula, I noticed there was a scene with a car, and over the summer I spent a lot of time working on production, so I got to see how a lot of things worked, and it inspired me, because I thought that, like, you know, these are guys from Alberta just doing stuff, and I wanted to do something of my own too. So I decided with that car scene, let me go build a car rig and see if we can actually use it on the production.
It was a thing. I mean, it was a little ghetto, like just strapping that down to the back of the thing and just sandbagging the shit out of it. But it was fun. Like, I don't know. I think it worked. Like, we made it work, but it was a little ghetto. It was fun though. In actual industry, you're never gonna go in and just be like a cam op right away. Like, I don't know. I guess it's more just about like building relationships with everyone and like just getting to know people, because like at the end of the day, it's about who you know, and like you just have to have the relationships, I guess.
I helped Jessica set up the DMV scene, and just helped with the setup in general for every set on the production. And I learned that making sure that everybody's happy with how it looks, and making sure that it's what you want it to be like.
Probably the hardest thing that I learned is just going with the madness. Really, when you get started, there's no organization. You can organize as much as you can in the beginning, but once things get going, due to time, we were kind of locked out, so we had to cram everything in. So that's kind of the hardest thing that I learned, and I'm definitely going to take that away for future stuff.
I think doing the behind-the-scenes photography, actually when we started getting going, was the most interesting, because you kind of caught a lot of the funny behind-the-scenes stuff that the rest of the cameras weren't catching. I think my best memory was probably the interview with the two little girls, and just their kind of nonchalant, not really knowing what's going on attitude.
Hi, my name is Ramon Moore, and I was the assistant director. The hardest thing was keeping the numbers correct for slating, because you have to keep switching them and remember where you last were. But that was about it. I didn't have too much of a problem.
In terms of what was most challenging, I found that making the fake blood was fun, trying to get a good mixture for it. That was a chore to kind of manipulate what kind of blood we wanted, and how we were going to shoot it in the scene, and how we wanted it to look ultimately production design wise, as well as bottles and level of bottles in terms of the liquids that were from one bottle to another. And then the other thing that was challenging was trademarks in a bar. That was fun.
The only thing I've ever acted in is like silly little skits with friends or whatever. So this was really cool to have like a whole camera crew, and being an extra was very interesting because like I never knew if the camera was actually going to see me, but I kept getting to speak to this person. We just talked about, I don't know, whatever, and I kind of forgot I was on set at some point. I just felt like I was just hanging out with someone. And yeah, it was fun.
Most fun would probably be at the house with the family, because during those times I would be the one running around with the kids, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so the quiet game is where you you make your voice really, really quiet, and you whisper, and you make it sound like it's really interesting while you're whispering. This is called the quiet game. They're like, oh my gosh, why are we being quiet? And then they just play along with it.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it works.
Okay, this time.
Jake, face first. Face first.
My butt is big. What?
Face first.
No! You're not going. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
How you guys
So gonna get stuck. Someone count us down, please.
It's so scary.
That was actually perfect.
Does your dad or your mom, do they inspire you?
No.